Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and today we are taking a look around the Razor series. Now, I was going to do this video probably a few months ago now, but there was some issues with these ships, i.e. they wouldn't sit on the floor basically. But today, the good news is because we got the PTU, I've managed to get all three of them out, so we can look around all three rather than just the one anyway. So it's worked out quite well. And I think what else we'll do, something a bit different today, we'll take it out for a quick flight as well, because there's something I want to show you on this as well. Okay, let's have a look around. Now, all of them are amazing detail. You can even look close up. I really like this carbon fibre, what they've done here. And like I've said in previous videos, I am starting to notice something with the ships that they're designing now. The smaller ones definitely have a higher poly count. Because if you stand here and look closely, if you went up to one of the bigger ships, it's not going to have as many polys. It looks so detailed anyway. It looked fine from range, but these smaller ships seem to really hold up when you get close and look pretty fantastic. Now, there's actually three Razors. There's this one we're looking at, which is the Racer. We've got the black one just over there, which is the Stealth. And we've got the Luxury, which is basically, let's call it a straight line racer. So let's take a look around and see what we've got. We've got some nice vents here. Guns look absolutely massive, don't they? The sole purpose of this is not really to go out there attacking and shooting stuff, really. Although it does have some weapons there anyway. They do look pretty cool, I must admit. Definitely one of the smallest races so far. If you're comparing it against the M50, the M50 is bigger. I put them side by side earlier. These engines look very plane-like, don't they? In fact, when I first saw this, I thought it looked like one of them, you know, the land speed record things that fly across land with the big jet engines. Someone in the comments probably knows what they're called. It looks very similar. If you took out all these sort of landing legs and put a set of wheels on this, okay, maybe and remove the wings, then I think you wouldn't be far off, would you? I like all this paintwork as well. I think the design's nice. I like all this, and look at this, even when you get this close, it still looks amazing, doesn't it? Lots and lots of carbon fibre on this, for weight saving purposes, clearly. Oh look, you can actually see that, it's actually got flaps there as well. Hasn't got them on the bottom. Assuming it's going to be very, very good in atmospheric flight as well. But we're going to try that out later on in the video as well. The engines are not overly massive. I mean, the M50's engines are bigger. I think the M50's got the same as the 350R. Incredible detail here. Quite a low profile as well. Let's have a look from the front here. From the front, you do get a bit of a sort of a Formula 1 look, don't you, as well, with these sort of lines at the front here. Funny shaped bits as well. Very, very long way from the cockpit to the front, and I think that's a little bit of a problem of the ship, really. Particularly when you're flying in atmospheric flight. Looks really nice. Got another one over here as well. This one here is the Luxury one. This is supposed to be a straight line of speed. Hasn't got as good maneuverability as that one over there. Not overly keen with the white ships, to be fair, in Star Citizen, because, okay, if you're just doing sole racing, but even if you're using this for bopping about and going somewhere, that you stick out like a sore thumb. Let's take a look at this one. Now, I've left this one till last because this is my favourite one. If I was going to buy one of these, this would be the one I have, undoubtedly. One, because it's black and obviously in space, you're going to be harder to see. And it just looks freaking cool, doesn't it? Now, this one's designed for stealth. Sort of makes sense, really, doesn't it? Look at all the reflections. Absolutely mind-blowing, isn't it? So even the polys on the guns are not as good as the ship. The ship is, the materials look amazing. Let's have a look from distance a little bit. It's a lot more hard to see the contours when it's black. It's a lot easier when it's like a... Actually, I would say the blues probably shows more of the contours better than the white. But this just looks really cool, doesn't it? It looks quite aggressive as well. Look around the back as well. Just looking at the two there, looking at the one over the front there, the base model, I call it the Racer, and the Stealth. Can't see a massive difference, can you? Maybe someone let us know in the comments if there's actually a difference in the design. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Maybe there are some small differences. What we're going to do now, we're going to jump in and have a look inside and also take it for a bit of a flight. I think we'll take the Stealth one out, I think. Okay, here we go. So here we are inside. The displays are in a pretty good spot, I suppose. At least they're all on the, could call it the dash. Relatively good field of view. I suppose my biggest bugbear is definitely this part here. It does get in the way a bit. I like the fact that they've put that one in the centre there. Maybe they could have put these like down here or something out of the way. It's pretty cool inside. There's a little blue light on there. Did you notice that? Not a massive amount to see inside because it's only quite small, isn't it? Canopy as well. Do have an eject as well down there. Viewing angles upwards are pretty good. That way are okay. If you look at sort of head height, you're going to be looking that way. So you do lose a little bit here. Let's have a quick look from the outside as well. Now the weird thing about this, actually, what I've noticed, it does look grey, doesn't it? This is black, supposedly. I know the light's lighting on it, but... Now one of the advantages, what I didn't realise when I did my Eclipse video, is the difference that black makes over all the other colours. Look at this, look. Put it against a darker colour. Keep going around. And you turn the lights off. I've taken the clips out a couple of times and I've actually lost the ship. I'm not joking. Once you turn the lights off on that thing, honestly, it's ridiculous. People fly into it. So although this is made out of stealthy material that is going to be harder for you to be detected. I know there's a Racer as well, but we're looking at the little stealthy one at the moment. And they're looking at the stats as well. There's not a massive difference between this and the M50, really. The M50's got a wider beam. This is slightly longer. So not a massive difference. And one of the things for me is a little bit of a bugbear is this this little piece here. I wish that wasn't here, this bit here. And I'll show you why now. Let's jump down to planet and I'll show you why. Now one thing I found with this ship, when you're flying sort of close to the ground, because the front of the cockpit's quite high up in the air, you're not actually looking down towards the floor. So you find yourself always sort of lifting up the nose and feel a little bit uncomfortable about what's below you all the time. You think you're going to be hitting something. Now obviously you can look at your altitude all the time, but that's a little bit frustrating. As a little bit of a comparison, I've done the same thing with the M50, so you can see the difference between the two of them and see how this actually affects the flight. Now clearly, if you're just bombing around, just doing a bit of racing, yeah, fine. But if it's anything to do with flying close to the floor, then yeah, it becomes a little bit of a challenge. Here we are in the M50, sort of demonstrating sort of low-level flight, and as you can see, the front nose already points towards the floor. So you're not finding yourself that you're always pulling up. So it makes it much easier to fly close to the floor, and also visibility is just much better. You can actually see what's around you because you can see more to the left and the right. I think if you're going to go for a racer and you want to fly close to the floor, or do some low flight, the M50 is definitely the one to go for. I do like the design of the Razor. Overall, I think the M50 is probably the overall better ship personally. But let me know what you think in the comments. And the last thing on the agenda today, guys, if you're looking to join a Star Citizen organisation, check out the link in the description below. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.